Well, a Jamestown woman is recounting her close call with Mother Nature after a lightning bolt struck her Liberty Street residence this week, frying many of her electronics. WNY News Now's Jason Ruttman shares her story.
At roughly 7:10 Wednesday night, Michelle Vullo and her longtime boyfriend were riding out the storm that was blanketing Jamestown when
We heard a tremendous boom immediately coinciding with a blackout in our house. It sounded like 3 double-barrel shotguns going off at close range at the same time.
after a moment of initial confusion, Vullo's boyfriend called the fire department. She says within 5 minutes, firefighters were at her home to investigate. No one was exactly sure where the blast first made contact, but things became more clear in the morning.
In the light of day, we did see some damage to this pine tree behind the garage. So we now believe, based on the fact that one of the outlets in the garage was actually blown apart that had an appliance plugged into it, we now believe that it hit the tree, grounded through the garage, traveled along the underground ground line, and closed out about 4 of the breakers in the panel box.
With many electronics still plugged in, she says quite a few items will have to be replaced.
A satellite dish receiver, that actually won't even power back on. The television itself would not power back on. The computer powers on but has no output whatsoever. And of course that was a lot of static and voltage coming through. Of course the outlet fire that happened from attempting to turn on the breaker, the kitchen light fixture, had a security camera DVR.
The tenant cites approximately $1,200 to $1,500 of electronic replacement damages, with the majority being covered by renter's insurance.
Even though we had a lot of damage last night and it was very stressful and there was a lot of phone calls to make, this morning we were able to kind of take a look and say, hey, at least nobody was hurt. Nobody was in the bathtub or shower. Yeah. Nothing did catch on major fire. We had that small outlet fire, but beyond that, no further hot spots or anything, or sparks. So it could have been much, much worse.
Yeah. In classic Jamestown fashion, the neighbors have been hugely supportive as well.
Offering anything we might need, freezer space, if we needed dinner, coffee, you name it, they were there to offer. So that was amazing. That's part of the community, why we are here.
Ultimately, the whole fiasco ended without much more affair. For WNY News Now, I'm Jason Ruttman.